All righty.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hello, is this Evan?
That's me.
Evan, this is Dominique. I'm calling about the home for sale. I'm a local real estate agent, and I noticed that you have it for sale by owner. Is that right?
Yes, I do. We're selling it our own, and yeah, we're doing good.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, I decided to give you a quick call today because I obviously work with a lot of buyers and sellers here in the area, and I was calling to see how things are working out for you. But it sounds like you said they're doing really well.
Yeah, they're going great, honestly. I mean, it's a hot market. I mean, what more could you ask for? What could you ask for to do for sale by owner, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's been a hot market more than anyone ever expected, to be honest. So I can imagine as a seller, you're in a great position. Absolutely. And Evan, is saving the commission then the main reason why you went ahead and decided to list it yourself instead of using an agent?
I guess yeah. I mean, maybe it boils down to that. I just don't see the point in working with an agent since it is such a seller's market. I mean, like I'm already getting so much interest. It's just gonna. I know it's gonna sell. So like, what the hell's the point?
Yeah, you know what? I understand completely where you're coming from. It makes sense. You're thinking it's a seller's market. I just have to price it right and the property will pretty much sell itself. So why spend tens of thousands of dollars paying an agent to do all the things that you're already doing right now, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I completely understand that. And it's sad to say that that's an easy thing it's sad to say that that's very true with 99% of agents. They don't really do too much when they take a listing. They use a sign, they sit at open house. They don't really do too much, right? And on the other hand, Evan, though, if there was a way, I'm not like those other agents that have been calling you. And if there was a way where by working with me, you'd actually be able to net more money, take more money from the closing table instead of selling it yourself, especially in today's market. Is that something that you might consider?
I mean, I don't really see that happening. Like I said, I just think I'm just getting so much interest. I really do think I want to sell it on my own. So, in the next week or two, I don't really see that happening.
Yeah, you know what, Evan, and I hear what you're saying. It is a seller's market, and given all the calls you have received, let's be clear. I have no doubt that you can sell this property on your own. It is no question. I believe and I know that by working with me, though, at the same time, I would be able to help you walk away with the most money possible. Whether and would you agree though that at the end of the day, what's most important to you is to maximize the sale of your home so that you're able to make the greatest profit?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I already have it listed at 400. I think that's maybe. I mean, if I'm being real, I think maybe 400 is a little overpriced a little bit. So I don't understand how if I'm going to sell 400 in the next week or two, how are you going to sell it for more than what's already overpriced and more than make up for, or I mean, add your commission on top? That isn't, you know what I mean? So do you think
I
you could just add your commission on top and sell it for like 450, 430? Is that what you're saying?
You know, Evan, that's a great question. And that's exactly why I would like to meet for just 20 minutes if you have time today in the afternoon. And I can share with you exactly how that would work because I'm assuming right now, I mean, you're a smart guy. You're a smart cookie and you're looking at the math and you're saying this doesn't add up. And at the same time, there is a way where by working with me, that is possible. So would you have 20 minutes later today at either 5 or 6 where we can sit down and I can show you exactly how we're going to make that happen and get your property sold for the most money?
I might consider the thing is though is so I'm retired and
Hmm.
I mean I know selling a house is, I mean, there's certain steps to it, but I feel like I'm in the best position right now. I have all day, every day to work on someone's house, just focus on it all day long.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand maybe you call it a for sale by owners, probably. I understand that, maybe a lot of them aren't in the best position, but me, I mean, like, I'm retired. You know what I mean? Like, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, no, I hear you. And you're absolutely right. And you're looking at all these other for sale by owners, and they probably are working full-time jobs and have a lot going on. But
Exactly.
you're in a position where you're retired. So clearly you have all the time in the world to dedicate into the sale of this home, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. And I completely agree. And that is absolutely true. And at the same time, too, taking away the aspect of time, if there were a better way, a more efficient way to get the property sold so that you don't have to spend shit, see, this is where I got stuck. Uh if there was a way where you can spend your time more efficiently, because I'm assuming when you're retired, you kind of imagine yourself enjoying your retirement, right? And doing all these different activities, and having a little bit more freedom to do the things that you enjoy personally, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I don't really mind selling the house, though.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't really mind
absolutely.
spending my time doing this because I mean, I've lived in this house for 10 years, so I don't really mind.
Yeah, yeah, and absolutely. Obviously, it's your biggest asset. So you wouldn't mind trying to sell your biggest asset, and at the same time, preferably, you want to be. Oh, where am I going with this? But preferably, you'd want to be doing. No, this is where I get okay. Shit. But preferably, like in an ideal scenario, you would like this property to be sold so you can go on with doing the things that you enjoy, right?
I see what you're saying, and maybe, maybe.
Maybe. And here's what I propose, Evan, and it's not, and there's no obligation. I have no expectation that you would meet with me and list the property with me today. That's not why I want to meet. I simply want to meet to share with you how, by working with me again, I will take care of everything. I will do all of the work. I will manage the entire transaction, and I will more than make up for my commission, and you will walk away with the most money, and it'll be the best financial benefit for you. So is that something that you would consider just taking 20 minutes? It's not going to be 2 hours, just 20 minutes later this evening, 5 or 6, and we can discuss how that's possible. And at the end of our meeting, if anything, you'll walk away with a lot of great ideas that'll get this property sold much more quickly and efficiently so you can go back to enjoying retirement. So is that something you'd consider?
Well, when if you're gonna bring some extra give me some extra marketing tips and things like that, I could, that would be pretty useful. And wait, time out. What was the third objection? I'm sorry.
I totally forgot. I was like, we can do another one. I totally
Okay,
forgot.
okay, okay. You know what? Like I said, I have a lot of time, so if you're gonna bring me some extra marketing tips and things like that, I think we could set up a meeting.
Okay, perfect. So which would work better, 6 or 5?
Let's do 5.
Okay, 5 it is. Thank you. See you
Alrighty.
then.
Well, how do you
Oh,
feel?
that was awful. It
Well,
wasn't awful. It was just like Jackie's all about staying on the script, and I keep like going into these tangents, and I'm like, no, Dominique, get off the tangent, come back to the main script. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
yeah. So it's as far as the first part, handling the seller's market objection. I thought you did it 2 different ways, and I thought you did that really well.
Okay.
Trying to remember the first way you handled it, as far as um, how you handled it the first time. But then I know after that you moved on to, if you do sell it, you'll sell it for more money with me, basically netting more money.
Yeah.
And that's what I usually take and do like that one too. But I like the first way you handled it too. I'll have to go back and watch it. And then also the way I threw on price too and tried to jump into price, I did a good job of handling that and give me an answer, but also wanting more at the same time,
Yeah.
wanting to know a bigger answer. So as far as the retiree, I don't know if I've dealt with a lot of retired people and then like a lot of like hospice care and things like that, where their
Uh-huh.
kids come in and take care of them. Retired people like need shit to do.
Oh
Like
no. See,
it's
I
a
didn't.
hard argument to say like you want more free time, don't you? Like no, like when you're bored all day, like they need shit to do. Like they're like, oh shit, I'll just think. That's why most especially my owners are older. It's because they're retired. They just like I need something to do. I'm gonna sell my house on my own. Fuck yeah. So arguing for time is a really hard argument for at least that I don't think I'd be able to do that. I
Okay.
would just stick with the money. I would, maybe go back to the script. I'd be like, something like, I understand you're in a really good position to sell on your own, and regardless of if you have 1 month, 1 week, all day, only an hour to sell, you do want the most money in the end to walk with the
Yeah.
most money. So, and honestly, I would probably try to take the opposite route because I've realized that, or I've noticed that a lot of older people that are retired, like even if they do want to list with an agent, they still want to like be a part of the sale.
Yeah.
Like they want to spend a lot of time doing it. So
Okay.
that's just
Okay.
what I've noticed. Try to include them somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
So they don't feel
Okay.
cut out from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was a good point. Yeah. See, I'm like, yeah, I just have to keep it on the financial benefit.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I think that's key. Okay. Okay.
Do you remember what the third one was?
Retired sellers market. Oh, it was like meet me. Oh, let's in 6 months if it doesn't sell, then I'll consider hiring an agent. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first one you even said. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can do we have 15 minutes. Yeah, we can do that one quickly and
Okay.
then we'll expire. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Ring ring.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Evan.
That's me.
Evan, hi, my name is Dominique. I'm calling about the home for sale. I'm a local real estate agent. It looks like you're selling it by owner. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Oh, awesome. Well, I decided to give you a good, oh my God, that was way too upsetting. Awesome. I decided to give you a quick call today because I work with a lot of buyers and sellers here in the area and just want to see how things are working out for you.
They're going great. I mean, I've had a lot of offers, or not a lot of offers. Sorry, I've had a lot of interest and a lot of people, calling me, and also a lot of realtors too. And I'll just be straight to the point with you. I don't really need a listing agent. I'm not interested in listing. Maybe I'll consider it. Maybe 6 months down the line, if I really need to get things moving, and I for somehow haven't sold by then. So I mean, until then, I'll have to pass. Thank you though.
Yeah, no, I completely hear you. Obviously, you've got a lot of agent calls and you're like, hey, you guys, I got this. Like, just put it on the market. If it doesn't sell in 6 months, then you would consider hiring an agent. That's basically what you're saying, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And
Exactly.
you know what, that completely makes sense. And I understand. And let me ask you this. Was saving the commission on the listing agent side, was that your main motivation to sell it by owner instead of using an agent?
Well, yeah. I don't think right now, I don't think, I'll be honest with you, I don't think agents are the most useful thing. I mean, I think you can sell your house on your own as long as you're willing to do the marketing and put all the right work in, and take the right steps. So,
Yeah, yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and especially in a seller's market like we're experiencing right now, I honestly have no doubt that you'd be able to sell this property given what all 99% of agents do out there. I mean, they take a listing, they put up a sign, they put on the MLS, and then it's kind of they kind of sit back, right? And
yeah,
you're
exactly.
thinking,
So,
yeah, you're thinking you can do the same. Like, why pay someone when you can do all of those same things, right?
mhm.
Yeah, and I understand that. And at the same time too, Evan, if there was a financial benefit to you where by working with me, I would be able to more than make up for my commission and you'd be able to walk away from the closing table with the most money possible, even in today's market, especially in today's market. Is that something that you might consider?
Well, again, maybe later down the line. Right now, I'm gonna work on selling it on my own, and like I said, if it doesn't sell, maybe I'll check out a realtor, maybe. But I just right now I'll have to pass.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, obviously you just got started and you want to test it out and see what you can do and what you can accomplish. And if anything, if it doesn't work, then you'd be comfortable going ahead and listening with an agent. I understand that. And here's the thing too. When I propose that we meet, it's not to list the property with you. I know that you don't know who I am, you don't know what I do and how I would be able to benefit you financially. And what I'm proposing is let's just meet for 20 minutes and I can share with you what I do differently than what 99% of all other agents do in this area and how I'm able to sell 3 times what the average agent that has probably called you sells. And then at the end of our meeting, at the very least, you'll have oh my God, I get so tongue tied. And then at the very end of our meeting, at the very least, you'll have an entire list of excellent proven marketing ideas to use to sell your home. And then, hey, if 6 months comes up and it still hasn't sold, then we can take it from there. So is that something where you would consider meeting today at either 5 or 6 so that we can go over?
Let's do this. So I think my marketing is honestly, I think it's fine right now. Maybe if I go another few weeks and I don't get any more interest, and then maybe I'll take, I could use some extra help there. How about you just take my email down? You contact me in a week or two, or whenever you'd like, and then we'll keep in touch. And if I could use help, then I'll reach out to you, or you reach out to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will definitely take down your email. And I'll definitely follow up with you in the next couple of weeks. I'll still be selling real estate in that time. And Evan, let me ask you this. I mean, regardless of when this property sells or when we meet, regardless if it's next week, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, would you say that the biggest priority for you is to make the most money possible out of your like one of the largest financial assets out there? Would you say that that is your priority?
Yeah, that is probably, yeah.
Okay. And so if I'm able to show you a way where by working together, we can accomplish that. We can maximize the financial benefit for you in the sale of this home. Wouldn't it make sense to meet sooner rather than later so that, I mean, even if you don't decide to work with me, you can make the best financial decision as soon as possible?
That that does make some sense. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. So would you have time to later today at either 5 or 6?
Yeah, I would. Let's do 6.
Okay, 6 it is. And so I can better prepare for our meeting. Dot dot dot. Okay.
So okay, so I thought everything was really good.
Okay.
And this probably is going to make no sense, and we have to watch the replay to understand this. But I thought that after the very last close you went for, not the time close, but like the doesn't it make sense that it makes more sense to be sooner than later. I felt like it would have been better if you went for like the actual strong close right after that instead of giving me time to answer yes or no. I'm not too sure why. I don't know why. Maybe there's some logic to that if we rewatch it.
Okay.
But obviously,
Yeah.
the other one I thought it was good too. So
Okay.
just trying
Okay.
to nitpick because everything else was perfect. So
No. Yeah. I was role playing with someone else and they're like, you have to, like, they were like, you keep leaving gaps, you have to close. And I'm like, okay.
gotcha.
No, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
All right.
And then let's do an expired.
Okay, what what objections
Okay.
would you like?
So yeah, I got one yesterday and it was for like this $4 million property. And she was just like, no, I just need to know what the price is. I'm too busy to meet. And then she was like, I've got another phone call. I've got to go. Bye. And then she hung up. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know. But then I like froze. And then I was like, well, I can't give you a price. Like, let's meet today. And she's like, no, I'm busy. And then I was like, okay, well, would you be available via Zoom or anything like that? And she's like, no, like, can you tell me the price? And I was like, okay, well, do you have the financial information? And then it was bad. And then she was like, look, I'm busy. I got to go. And then she hung up. Yeah. So
the strategy, I don't know what your strategy would be like thinking back on it. Mine would be like, obviously she understands the importance of price and point out to the fact that anyone that can just tell her a price over the phone, like it's not an accurate price whatsoever. Like anyone who wants to do an accurate pricing CMA needs at least 20 minutes to sit down on a computer and do the research. I would try to point that out to her, I guess.
Okay.
That'd be my like off the top of my head.
Okay.
And like, yeah, if she really wants the price, she's gonna have to actually take the time because it is very important.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Let's try that. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hello, is this Evan?
That's me.
Oh my God. Okay. Redo.
All right, you're good.
Ring, ring.
Hi, this is Evan.
Hi, Evan. This is Dominique. I'm a local real estate agent. I'm sure you know your property came off the market today, and I'm calling because I am confident I can sell that property for you and would like to meet for just 20 minutes to show exactly what I do differently to get properties sold in today's market. Would you have time today at either 5 or 6 o'clock?
I honestly have no time today. I'd really like to know the price on what my house should sell for.
Okay.
So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So obviously you just want to know what the price is and what you would need to do in order to get it sold, right?
Yep.
And you know what? I would be more than happy if you have time later today at either 5 or 6 or even later than that. I would be more than happy to sit down with you for 20 minutes and we can discuss that in greater detail. So is that something that you'd have 20 minutes for?
I mean, I don't have time for an appointment like at all. I don't even have time for this phone call to be honest with you. So I mean,
Oh,
I would just like you to tell me the price and what you
yeah.
think the
You know
house
what?
is worth.
Yeah, I hear you. You're a very busy guy. I clearly caught you at a busy time. And you know what, Evan? I'll be honest. Anyone who tries to quote you a price over the phone for an asset this large, see, that's why I'm like, what do I do?
I thought that was good.
For an so, and I'll be completely honest, Evan. Anyone who tries to quote you a price for an asset this large over the phone, it's not going to be too accurate. And really, the best way. I mean, obviously, Evan, you want to sell. Obviously, Evan, you want to get your property sold, right? And you want to see what the price needs to be to make that happen. Is that your goal?
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. And on, oh my God, I keep getting nervous. Fuck. Okay. Absolutely. And Evan, here's what I propose. Let me take some time to really review the property, review the financials, and really understand why the property didn't sell. And then if you want, we can just do another quick conversation 20 minutes from now, and I can share with you what the price of the property would be. Would that work for you?
Let's give me a call in half an hour. I'm getting a call right now. And then if you can do the research and maybe we can do a Zoom meeting.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely. And what would be the best email to set up that Zoom meeting with you?
Okay, it's yahoo.com.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right,
And
I gotta go. So
okay.
I don't know how to imitate that without actually hanging up, but like ending the phone call. You know what I mean?
No,
Because
no,
like there's
no.
nothing you
That
can
was
do there, right? So
yeah, no, that was good. I'm like, oh, I still get so nervous and tongue tied. Okay.
yeah, I mean it's hard too. Like when you're making the phone calls too, and like everyone else you're talking to is kind of lax, and all of a sudden you get that like gotta get on
Yeah,
track
that like
phone call. It's like ah
fast,
shit.
fast. Yeah. Fast, fast, fast. Yeah. I know. I like, yeah. So with price, I'm like, how did you think that I handled that?
I thought you did well.
Okay.
I I guess what I would have said added on to is you said an asset this large. I would have said, if anyone tries to price a house, like any house, then it's not going to be accurate, let alone a house, like exaggerate the point that like specifically your house too. Like you could,
Mhm.
that's just extra shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought you handled that well.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I can't think of a better route to take and like helping them like quickly understand the importance that like you can't just ask for a price over the phone.
Over the
It doesn't
phone.
work like that.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Give them a bit of a reality check. Selling a home isn't like, you know what I mean? You can't just, just
Yeah.
look
You
at them like
can't.
that.
Yeah. It's not the same as like, yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. I think I might ask Jackie about it too, or like search the thing. So
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
All
no
right.
problem.
And then Thursday, you want to do the listing presentation? Oh shoot, where'd you go?
Okay. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I'll do listing presentation. Oh, and also, so almost all of the expireds I get are ones that withdrew or off the market like earlier. Do you still call those, or I don't know if you even get those on Espresso Agent?
So they withdrew earlier in the year and then they finally expired out. Is that what's happening?
Mhm.
I still call them and I still do the expired script.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just treat it like, yeah, I just once they withdraw, I still call them, still do the expired script, and then sometimes they'll be like, "Hey, we took this off the market a long time ago. I don't know why we're getting so many calls." And then
Okay.
like, yeah. And then I would just say like, "Oh yeah, well the MLS just recognized it today. That's why you're getting a lot of calls." And I'm, and then just keep going to the scripts. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's a good question for you. So I noticed when I have cancellation appointments, there's usually something I could have done a little bit better. So like, do you think there's a reason why your first selling owner canceled on you, or something that you could have done differently?
It wasn't expired, and I
Okay.
think, yeah, no, I don't know, cause he like, I don't know. Cause we got off the phone, he was like, "Yeah, come by, I'll show you the plans." Cause it was like a piece of like land that he wanted to sell, and he showed me the plans and everything, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll show you the plans. Like, come by today, we can sit down and talk." And I like pre-qualified him, and then like it was a little sticky on the pre-qual where it was like, if you were absolutely confident that if I can sell your property, would you list with me? And then he's kind of like, he tried to back out at that point and be like, oh, you know what? I don't know. Maybe just call me back later. And then I was like, okay, hey, like, let's just keep the meeting for 5 and then we can meet. And then he was like, yeah, sure. So I don't know.
So maybe he felt a little pressured then, I guess, you know,
Maybe.
maybe he felt like, you know, you were going to close too hard. I don't know. Trying to like, you know, I'm trying to guess here. So
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think
so
there's something, yeah, I definitely haven't gotten the pre-qual down yet because it's like, it's hard because there's so many questions. I'm like, and I'm trying to figure out on the fly which are the best ones to ask.
yeah.
And then it's like, and I think, yeah, I get stuck sometimes. And then it's like, I ask questions that he's probably already answered. I don't know. It's like, I have to figure out the prequel because I definitely like,
Okay.
and it's like the second time too, where I've like tried to prequel someone and we set the appointment, but then they cancel even after I prequelled them. So
Okay. That's a
I
good
don't
self
know.
note to know to practice that and try to, you know, diagnose what that issue is. So
Yeah, I think it needs to be a lot more smoother. Yeah.
mine
But it's
too.
like, yeah.
I think we
yeah.
focus too much on the actual, you know, we don't actually, maybe we should go over the prequel sometimes because we don't. And I know mine's
Yeah.
shit. I mean, I got to read through the script and like be like, okay, number 2, don't ask that one. Number 3. Okay,
Yeah, it's
so,
like it's hard. Yeah, I have to like think on the fly, and then if it's like a quad, I'm like, oh, I can't ask them when they're moving because it's like they don't live there, and it's like, so yeah, we should like definitely go over that. I think,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be good.
That's
Okay.
good to know. Okay, all right, and then I'll see the meeting later today.
Oh, I can't. I have like a stupid showing. I'm like, oh my god.
Not going to see me get roasted in the appointment today.
I know. I have to miss it. I'm excited. What have you prepared your notes?
Oh, you don't even know, bro. I got like my whole wall filled out with shit I'm going to say. No, I've tried to prepare a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, it was something small that I was going to say, but then it turned into, oh, who the hell trying to challenge me? Which I should have known I was going to turn out to.
Like, who said that? Who said that?
What dumbass motherfucker. So, but
well,
yeah, so if you have a show in.
Best of luck.
Thank you. I'll need it. So, all right. Well, I'll see you on Thursday then.
All right. I'll see you on Thursday.
All right. Good luck. Bye.
Thanks.